Hey guys, it's Emma and welcome to another reading vlog. So this one is a super exciting one because this is the beginning of the Gilmoreathon or Gilmore Girls Readathon. And if you guys do not know, Gilmore Girls is my favorite TV show. So I'm super excited about it. I'm not going to go through my TBR right now because I tend to make longer vlogs, so I don't want to add to that, but I will link it in the corner up there. But yeah, so right now it is still the early afternoon. I've just been doing some job application stuff and trying to like tidy up my room. I think I'm going to do some laundry in a bit. But yeah, I haven't decided what I'm going to read yet. I still have to go to the library later to get two of my books that I might read. I'm definitely going to be reading Pumpkinheads, so I'm picking that up, which I'm stoked about because everyone's been reading it and loving it. And I also am picking up Frankly in Love, I think. That one I'm not as sure about because I've been hearing a lot of things about the cheating in it, and I don't know if I will be like triggered or like just not okay with it. So that one's sort of on the back burner, but that wasn't officially on my TBR anyways, so we shall see. I think I'm probably going to start with Carry On because I've just been seeing so much hype for Wayward Son and I really want to see what all the buzz is about. So I think this might be my first read. This is for the challenge to read a book featuring a school. This is for the challenge to read a book featuring a school setting, like Rory Goes to Chilton and Yale, and yeah, I'm so excited about it. So I will catch up with you guys when I've done something interesting. Okay, so I just read the first 30-something pages of Carry On. I don't know if you guys can see those stickies. I'm tabbing it a bunch because there's a bunch of information just thrown at us and characters. But okay, I have some thoughts already. So I know that this is like a twist on Harry Potter and like the Chosen One thing, but like they're just starting it off with being like, and this year I did this and remember this and blah 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 blah. Like it feels like the like last book in a series where you're like wrapping and reminding yourself of like everything that's happened so far. But no, it's 30 pages into the first book, so I don't really understand why we're doing that. And it's just like so confusing. Like, why are we saying like all of these things that they've already done, which line up a little bit to like Harry Potter, so I don't know if we're just supposed to assume what's happening is like that's what's happened is basically we're now in year 7 or whatever, the last year of the story, and so we're just supposed to assume that what happened in the first 6 Harry Potter books is what's happened before this. Like I don't really understand. It's a very beautiful book though, but I'm just so confused. Like the story is just started in the middle of a story, you know? It's one of those books. And I don't know how I feel about it. Actually, I hate it right now. But I'm kidding. But I hope that that changes and that we like actually get some understanding, because like I have green tabs in here for like introduction to characters, but like we weren't even introduced to the characters. They were just like mentioned. Like it wasn't like a description of like when they first met or anything, or a description of what they're like or anything. It was just sort of like, Penelope said this, like out of nowhere. And I was like, who the fudge is Penelope? So yeah, so I think I'm gonna keep reading. I don't know, but yeah, I think I'm gonna try to get more into this and see if it gets better. Hey guys, so I just got back from the library, so I thought I'd show you guys what I got. So first off, for the ones that I already talked to you guys about, we have Pumpkinheads by Rainbow Rowell and Faith Erin Hicks. I'm sorry, my hand hurts so bad. I like busted it into my like door frame or something, which is funny because I also got concussed from my door frame, so door frames just don't like me. But yeah, so I can't really move my thumb that well. So we're gonna try this again. But yeah, so I got Pumpkinheads. Super excited about that. I kind of want to pick it up tonight, but who knows. And then I did end up picking up Frankly in Love. It's really pretty. But yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna read this, but I got it. I could also, it has September on it. I could also just pick it up and start it, and if it gets too bad, I could just stop. So yeah. And then the surprising thing that I found, I was going to put you down, but I'm not going to, that I found in the library book sale section, which is just literally one bookshelf. That's a short bookshelf. It's nothing usually, or I hadn't been over there for a while, so I just thought I'd check it out. But I also almost got Where She Went by Gail Forman, which is the second book in the If I Stay series. But I didn't end up getting it, but if I'm still thinking about it, I might, because it's 50 cents for paperbacks and $1 for a hardcover. But what I did get was a Game of Thrones and a Clash of Kings. I literally paid $1 for this, 50 cents for each one. I'm sorry, what? And they're also like in almost perfect condition. Like there's a little bit on the top, but like it's a mass market paperback, like it's gonna have some damage, but the spines aren't cracked or anything. And I've been dying to read Game of Thrones. I am very intimidated by it, but I just am so interested in all the hoopla and like what's it about. So yeah, I never watched the show or anything. Okay, well I watched like 10 minutes of the show, but I don't know. So I'm excited, but I'm also scared. And then I'm gonna have to find the rest of these copies. But I don't really care because I got 2 for $1. But yeah, okay, so reading progress. I am up to page 68 in Carry On. I think the like info dump is stopping a little bit, but I'm still sort of trying to wrap my head around what's happening. So I just keep tabbing things that I'm like, this might be like an important information to the plot, and yeah, I don't know. We're feeling colorful already. There's already a lot of tabs in this, but we shall see. But before I went to the library, I was actually watching the new Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star video, which is an hour long, but I still have 12 minutes left. So I'm gonna do that, and then I will pick up something. So it's now Tuesday, and I was actually pretty sick this morning / still not feeling great. So just sort of help myself feel better, I picked up Pumpkinheads by Rainbow Rowell and Faith Erin Hicks, and this probably only took me like 30-45 minutes to get through, but I really think that the main thing I liked about this graphic novel was the illustrations. They were just the perfect like fall colors, and it was cute. It wasn't my favorite graphic novel. I definitely think that there are probably some better plots, you know, but it was cute and it was autumnal and gave me all the feels, and it also made me really hungry because there's a lot of food mentioned in this. But yeah, I really enjoyed this. I guess this could also work for the food challenge because I didn't know that food is like essential to this plot. But I was using this for the challenge of reading a book set in fall/winter, I believe. But yeah, but it also does that other challenge. So we're 2 challenges down, even though I do have a book for the food one. So we're just gonna double up and get a lot of challenges done. But yes, so I'm gonna give this I think a 4-star. I think I'm also just giving it a 4-star because I just think it's so pretty. So now I'm going to go make myself some lunch and try to like turn this day around and be productive because I've just laid in bed all day feeling sick. So I say all day, it's not even 12. But yeah, okay, I'm gonna get some food and work done, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. Hey guys, so it's now Thursday and it's about 5 o'clock, and I'm sorry I didn't end up reading anything else yesterday, so I just didn't film, and I also got super busy with like my family and such. But today I have read up to page 143 in Carry On, and I'm so sad that I'm not loving this. I don't know, I just saw so many people's like raving reviews for it, but like to me the story's not making any sense. Like it's just sort of like talking randomly about things in the past, and we're just getting little tidbits but not really any information. Like I just don't understand what's actually happening and like what's valid and important for the story to come. I'm tabbing it a lot, but that's also just because I'm confused. So yeah, but there are, I mean, like I've tabbed a few quotes that I like and things that were funny. Like there was a Twilight reference made, like they literally almost quoted Twilight, but you know, put it into this story and stuff, which I thought was cool, but like, I don't know. I'm hoping it'll get better, but like I literally have no motivation to pick this up. Like this is not what I want to be reading. But I'm also already like 20 something% in, so I feel like I just should just continue. But like I said, I just really hope it gets better. I think I just need like a plot twist or something to happen to just hook me, and then I'll be okay. But right now I'm just sort of like wandering around in the story, wondering what's actually happening. Hey guys, so it's now Sunday night. I'm sorry if I seem off. I haven't had a great day, so that's why I haven't updated. And it's also just been a crazy weekend. But I have finished 3 things. Well, 2 things for this and then a bonus. But I did end up finishing Carry On by Rainbow Rowell, and it was okay. I think I'm gonna give it like a 3. I just think the first 165 pages or something is like it's nonsensical almost, because it's just like info dumping and like sort of assuming you know all these things that you don't know, and like unless you're supposed to just assume, like I said, that it's like the first 6 books of Harry Potter and this is like 7. But I don't know, I mean, I feel like my tabs, like the beginning, I have so many tabs because I'm trying to figure out what's important, and then the remainder is just like blue, which means I liked the quote, and pink is like important to the plot twist. So yeah, I just think it was I don't know. I don't know why everyone else is giving this 5 stars. I don't know why I'm not connecting with it. It's not like I didn't like our characters. They were fine. I thought they were a relationship cute, great, but like I don't know. It wasn't vibing with me. The beginning, like I said, it took me like literally almost 200 pages to get into this book, and it's a 500-page book, so like that's almost half of the book. So that's a little crazy. And then I also, through Hoopla, read Saga Volumes 1 and 2. So Saga Volume 1 was for the, oh, sorry, I'm just going to go through the challenges. So this was for the challenge to read a book set with a school setting, for, you know, Chilton, Yale, etc. And then Saga was to read a book featuring a mother-daughter relationship. And I ended up giving both volumes that I've read 4 stars. I think it's really interesting. It's definitely very adult, and I think that that's why it can be sometimes like polarizing. Either you like love it or it's just like okay for you or whatever. Because if you don't like the content that is in it, that makes it adult, if that makes sense. But yeah, I thought it was really cool. It was an interesting spin on like the forbidden romance, Romeo and Juliet style trope, but yeah, it was good. I've read the first 2 volumes easily on my phone, and I'm going to be reading volume 3 sometime. I don't know. I just getting into like graphic novels, and I just think that they're a nice quick read for when I am just hanging out. It's also on my phone, so I was like reading it while I was watching football and stuff, around the commercials, so that was super easy and nice. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I did end up reading 4 books this week, which is super nice, even though 3 were graphic novels, but we're good, and we have finished 3 challenges for what I marked, and then potentially the 4th with the challenge that I didn't know Pumpkinheads also covered the food challenge. So 4 challenges of the 7 down for the readathon. Next week, we'll see what we got. I'm not going to pick up another book tonight just because I'm not in the headspace for that, but I will update you guys next week with what's left on my TBR and what I'll be reading. Bye! Hey guys, so it's now the 16th, and I didn't vlog anything last week, so sorry. It was kind of I don't even know how to explain what last week was. It was highs and very, very lows. So I didn't vlog at all. Sorry. I honestly just didn't feel like bringing out my phone and taking a video of me in those moments. So yeah. So I'm just gonna do a quick little wrap up of the readathon, because even though I've had some bad days, I did end up reading quite a bit. I ended up finishing 8 things. Well, not all of those were for the readathon, but I'll get into that later. Okay, so we're gonna start off with the first book that I finished, which was Pumpkinheads by Rainbow Rowell and Faith Erin Hicks. I feel like this was like the unofficial like group book. I saw that people were reading it because it worked for quite a few prompts, and who doesn't love a graphic novel? Short, quick, and easy. I think this took me like 30, maybe 45 minutes if I was like taking my time reading it. I don't clock myself reading. I don't know. But yeah, so this works for the challenge of a fall read, and then it also inadvertently worked for the book which has food as a central topic. And I guess you could technically say it also has food on the cover because there's pumpkins. Pumpkins are food. But yeah, so I really enjoyed this. I ended up giving it 4 stars. I thought that it was just really beautifully well done. I think the illustrations is a big reason of why I gave it such a high rating, but I felt like the plot could have been better, or the execution of the plot, but it was still really cute. Yeah. Okay, so okay, the next book that I finished was Carry On by Rainbow Rowell. I'm very conflicted about this one. Like, you would think, like, looking at the tabs, like, oh, she must have loved it. No, I'm not gonna go with love. I'm gonna link my Goodreads down below. You guys can check out the full review I have on there, because I feel like I'll go through it better there, and I've gone through it in this vlog a little bit. But basically, you guys know I didn't really enjoy the first half. Thought it was like a little scatterbrained and felt like I was jumping into like the last book of a series, but the quotes were great and I liked it. So next, I inadvertently read 3 volumes of Saga. I was only supposed to read the first volume for the prompt to, oh, sorry. You guys know, this was the prompt of a book set in a school setting. And then Saga was for the book featuring a mother-daughter relationship. So, yeah, so I was only supposed to read volume 1, but I actually really enjoyed it and gave it 4 stars. And it was such a quick read. And really, these are like the first few graphic novels that I've ever really read. I haven't really read graphic novels since I was younger, so I saw that I really like Saga, so I just kept getting them out on Hoopla. And especially because they're free, they're on my phone, I could just do it. Like, the first one, I read half of it while I was, like, at a park, just hanging out. I gave all of them 4 stars. I think it's interesting series. I think there's 9 volumes out. I'm trying to not just read them all. I'm trying to, like, read other things. But they are very easy to fly through. But very adult. So, just putting that out there. Alright. The next book that I finished was Obsidio by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. This is book 3 in the Illuminate Files. This is the finale, and it was a great finale. It culminated everything that we have read in the previous 2 stories while introducing us to 2 new characters, and it was just great to see the connections being built and the final conclusion of what happens. I was going to say what it is, but I don't know. I don't know. I went into these kind of blind and I loved them, so I just don't want to tell you guys too much because I think it is cool to go in blind. But yes, I ended up giving this a 4.5 star. I think Illuminate will always be my favorite, but this was a great conclusion. This was for reading the next book in a series, which I guess I could have used Saga for because I read those, but those were an accident. This was planned. And next, I finished Wicked Fox by Cat Show. This actually took me the last 2 days of the readathon. I read half on one day, half on the other, and I was so surprised by how much I enjoyed this. I saw that it was getting a lot of 5 stars, but those primarily are people who are saying they like it because of the Korean influence and because they love K-pop or K-dramas and stuff like that. And me personally, I haven't ventured into that all that much, so I don't know that much about Korean culture, but I thought this was a really engaging fantasy, and I thought that there was a lot of twists and turns that I really enjoyed, and I definitely am curious to see what will happen in book 2. I feel like up until like the very, very last like chapter of the book, it felt like it was like closed, like it felt like it could have been just, you know, a standalone, but then they like put something in, you know, in the last chapter, you'd be like, oh wait, something else is gonna happen. But yeah, I really do think it's interesting, and it was very well done. And I'm not going to go into synopsis or anything because this video is long enough, but look it up on Goodreads if you're interested. And this was for read a book with an Asian main character or from Asian author, and read a book featuring a complicated love interest, which this definitely is. And then lastly, I read Moonstruck Volume 1 by 3 people that I'm not going to remember the names of. Sorry. I also read this via Hoopla, and this one was just sort of like a last minute. I had finished Wicked Fox at like 3 or 4, and I was like, I don't know, I just don't want to pick up another book right now, but like I want to read because I have like so much left of the day and I didn't want to just like do nothing. So I ended up reading Moonstruck, and okay, I loved the art style. It was great. And I get what the plot was trying to do, but I felt like I didn't fully get the plot. And like I didn't think, the plot didn't connect with me. But I loved the representation. There was so much LGBTQIA plus representation. There was fat rep. There was a lot of representation. I really appreciated it. But it just sort of wasn't the best graphic novel I've ever read. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, I think I gave it a 3 star. It's honestly probably more like a 2.5 5, I'm not sure. Since I'm so new to reading graphic novels, I don't really know how to rate them. But this inadvertently worked for the book with food in it. Anyways, even if I hadn't read Pumpkinheads, because that one doubled up, I was originally going to read With the Fire on High for that, and I did start this. I made it to page 9. I don't know. I started this, but I really wanted to focus on the other books because I couldn't just swap those out. Whereas this, like I said, inadvertently read Pumpkinheads, which worked for it, so I knew that I didn't need this book to complete the challenge. But I do want to continue this, and I think I am going to read this like now. That was more long-winded than I anticipated. So thanks for sticking around, and I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. I really enjoyed doing all the montages and all of the reading. I feel like this is like one of the best readathons I participated in. I didn't feel like I was boxed in. I felt like I had, the freedom to read like whatever I wanted, and I could make it work for the challenges, which is super fun. Yeah, and I just had a lot of fun with it. So I hope you guys did too if you participated. Please let me know in the comments below how your readathon went, and I'll see you guys in a new video soon. Bye!